What's the deal, folks? This is your proverbial Z Block, or what we didn't get to talk about
Z Block
during the show. That's Big Shot Bob.
Big Shot Bob.
You know him as Robert Burton. I'm your boy Mark Gray. 50 Shades for those of y'all around the way. Shouts out to the folks in the DMV. All right, here's stuff that we didn't get to. Number one, Golden State. Team for the ages or taking advantage of a subpar league? I ask you, Mr. Millennial.
You know what? I don't think it's the league ain't subpar right now. When you think about it, because look at the West right now. All right, so back in the day, you want to talk about millennial. Back in the day in the West, you had L.A., you had Shaq and Kobe, you had Dirk and Steve Nash and Jason Kidd and all them. Think about the teams in the Western Conference. You had T-Mac in the West. You had the Spurs. You don't have that West anymore. That Western Conference is gone. Now in the West, you got Russ and Paul George, which is nice.
Gone in the first round.
Your only competition was the Houston Rockets, if we're being honest. Spurs didn't have enough this year. For a quick second. Look at the East. Look at Giannis. Look at Chris Middleton from Milwaukee. Okay?
Not seeing much from them on the road.
Okay.
I digress.
Okay, but they in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Let's talk about Kawhi. Some people are comparing him, and I'm not saying this. Some people are comparing his playing style to Jordan. All right, so that's your Eastern Conference right now, and I don't know if the league is subpar.
All right, I'm not to bust your bubble, Chicago boy.
Busted, man.
Dude, who was Jordan beating when he was rolling through the East?
He was.
Once they exercised the demon of the Celtics and the Detroit Pistons, there was no one there.
In the East,
there was absolutely nobody there. There was some cursory. Yeah, but I'm saying, because we're judging the Golden State Warriors right now by the rarefied air of elite franchises who are on the precipice. Look, if they win this year, it's 4 in 5 years. It's 3 in a row.
You know what?
It's 3 in the last 4 years. Dude, that don't happen anymore. I don't care who you are. LeBron couldn't do it. Yeah, he went there 8 times, but he didn't pull off perhaps.
Yeah.
4 in 5 years. It could have been 5.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. When you talking about Eastern Conference in the 90s, you got good Magic team. You got good Shaq and Penny teams. Who else was in the East? Who else was in the Eastern Conference back in the 90s?
Exactly.
You talking about,
AI was stuck on an island in Philly.
New York. We're talking about 93, 94, those 95.
Had it bumping.
You know what I'm saying? New York, Madison Square Garden.
In the Garden, yep. Right?
Okay, you had New York. You always had to worry about Orlando. Man, who else was in the Eastern Conference?
You didn't have to worry about Orlando after Shaq left. They were done.
Yeah, but
Miami wasn't the Miami of Shaq and then ultimately D-Wade.
That was Ronnie Cycli.
Yeah.
Ronnie
the greatness
Cycli.
That is Ronnie Cycli
and Tim Hardaway in Miami.
Exactly.
And Glenn Rice.
Exactly. Dude, I was on the beat then, though. I remember those days. So, and then the venerable Atlanta Hawks. So, come on, man. Let's pump the brakes on that. They're taking advantage of the opportunity. They are doing what they need to do to be considered an all-time great. They're sweeping people without arguably the best player on the planet. Appreciate
That's the big story.
Appreciate the greatness right now. So again, this stuff that we didn't get to on Sports Talk on News Channel 8. Okay, I'm sorry, ABC.
WJLA 24/7 News.
Yeah.
Rebranded, but it's the old News Channel 8.
I feel like every time I say that, I need to get some oxygen because it's so long. Anyway.
It is long.
All right. Trouble brewing with the Nationals. When do you pull the plug on Davey Martinez?
You know what? That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm at. The thing about it is, I might be timing this record, but if they get swept by the Mets tonight, is he gone?
Well,
tomorrow morning, are we going to find out that Davey Martinez has been relieved of his duties as Nats?
Then who you going to bring? You can't bring Bo Porter from the press box, can you?
But you know what? And which begs the question now. Well, Dusty made it to the playoffs.
Right, and I mean the whole deal was Dusty can't manage his bullpen. He makes questionable decisions.
He went
Okay,
to the playoffs
twice.
He did have Bryce Harper though.
I would make the argument that he would have his team playing a better brand of baseball. My problem with Davey Martinez is the fact that they play sloppy baseball. Baseball that's base running mistakes. They make too many errors.
Yeah.
They just don't play a fundamentally sound brand of baseball that's conducive to winning over 162. So even before we start talking about winning the World Series, let's get to the playoffs. And we're looking at 0 for 2 for Davey Martinez, and I don't see how he makes it.
If you're Davey right now, you can't act like you're not worried about your job. There's no way. I know every single night he goes to sleep. In the back of his mind, it's like, I could low key be fired tomorrow,
and I would still collect about $6 million, and that would make me sleep just a little bit better.
It's all good, man. If he's jobless, that doesn't mean he's broke.
Well, this is true. I don't think he has to worry about the mortgage payments or a morsel to eat, no matter what goes down. So remember, you can follow him, ABC7 Robert.
It used to be WJLA Big Shot Bob, but they made me change it.
Maybe you can get that on Instagram. You ever thought about coming over there?
You know what, man? I don't know. My DMs would be popping if I came over to Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
If I came over to the gram, my DMs would be popping.
Well,
that's the only issue, man. I got a wife.
Well, then, hey, look, I'm not going to get it in the way of the beautiful central casted couple. You feeling me? Anyway, you can follow me at The Sports Groove, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And check out my work at theafro.com. Till next time, holla at your folk. Peace.